Hello everyone. Mycoplasma are smallest known monoreins and they were found out in a very later stage in around 1898 by a French scientist called E. Nocard and E. R. Roux. These scientists discovered the mycoplasma in the pleural fluid of a cattle suffering from bovine pleuropneumonia. Pneumonia is caused in the lungs, so it is filled with pus and water, and that's why it causes breathing disorders. So similar condition was seen in one of the cattle, and from the lungs of the cattle, when the pleural fluid was removed, they could find out that there was presence of certain very small microorganism within it, and these organisms were also known as PPLO, which is pleuropneumonia like organisms, because of the place from where they were segregated or separated. They are basically self reproducing gram negative bacteria, and they completely lack the presence of cell wall. As because they are the smallest known bacterium, the size is around zero point 0.3 micrometers in diameter, and they can survive without oxygen as well. They are also known as the joggers of the plant kingdom because of the various shapes they have. Sometimes these bacterium they can be spherical, other times they can be branched and filamentous. And as because they are capable of changing their form very quickly, they are also known as pleuromorphic bacteria. You can see one of a typical mycoplasma. You can see the genetic material scattered, no cell wall is there, and as because there is no cell wall, there is one more thing which is to be thought of: soluble RNA, cytoplasm, ribosomes. So protein synthesis occurs in the bacterium. Three layered cellular membrane, this is just the cell wall which is present, and for certain soluble proteins are also there. There is presence of genetic material, and most of the mycoplasma, as because they are gram negative, they are virulent, they cause pathogenic effect, they cause a disease to generate in the individual. Sometimes this pleuromorphic form of bacterium or PPLO, they are non-motile. Not sometimes, most of the times they are non-motile, and they vary in lot of shapes, and that's why they are pleuromorphic. There should be an R over here, pleuromorphic. Next is that they are chemo-organo-heterotropic bacteria and require cholesterol for their growth. Basically, they have saprophytic mode of nutrition, and chemo-organo-heterotropic mode means they need a chemical dependent. They are dependent on a chemical known as cholesterol, and organic substance like cholesterol is broken down in a heterotropic way by saprophytic mode in order to produce the required nutrients for its growth. Some of them they can be parasitic as well, and facultative anaerobes, it means they can survive very good in, like they can survive in both the condition, in presence of oxygen as well as in absence of oxygen, but presence of oxygen helps in their growth in a much better way. Mycoplasmas are resistant to wall attacking antibiotics like penicillium. Why? Because they lack the presence of cell wall. And that's why what we should consume in order to fight against mycoplasma: tetracyclines, because they act on the metabolic pathway of the bacterial bacterium and disrupt the metabolism of the bacterium and kills it. Some of the examples of few genera of mycoplasma are mycoplasma itself, anaeroplasma or spiroplasma. You should underline spiroplasma as well, and anaeroplasma as well. So learn about these few categories or few exam characteristics of mycoplasma. They are very important or specific kind of bacterium, as because they were identified much later and they lack the presence of cell wall. That's why we are categorizing and studying about them separately. Maybe in the times to come, mycoplasma can also be categorized into a completely new kingdom with more information we gather about them. This is a typical structure of mycoplasma, and they are virulent. What are the effects they can cause to a human being or any organism to which they attack? That is being illustrated over here. DNA fragmentation from mycoplasma nucleases. So if they can just break the nucleic acid of the host, then they can disrupt the normal functioning of the metabolic activities or protein synthesis or all the metabolic activities of a particular cell. Other than that, they decrease cell growth and viability. They can alternate the DNA, RNA, and protein synthesis, disturb the enzyme activity and expression, increase the apoptosis, is the breaking down or lysis or self digestion of the cell. So it is causing so many trouble to a particular cell which it is infecting. And that's why mycoplasma are to be studied in details. Why are they called joggers of the plant kingdom? Because they do not have a particular shape. So this is a small question which can also be asked many a times. And this is all about the mycoplasma.